frustrated. After he leaves, Colette asks Will if something happened between the two of them. Will replies that yes, but assures her that it was nothing important. Next, the scene changes. Edward appears talking to the headmistress Cauldron. He demands that Will Selford be expelled from the academy immediately. Cauldron asks what would be the reason for such an extreme decision. After all, Will is already in his final year, and expelling him now would not make much sense. Edward insists that the academy was created to train mages, not warriors. For him, it is unacceptable.
Alright, I'm back. Oh my gosh, bro. How did y'all get in my live so fast, gang?
He shows a certain envy of the situation.
That was very quick.
Will's reports and shows his excellent grades in theoretical exams.
That was very, very, very quick.
According to her, these results are quite impressive. She explains that if they ignore the fact that he cannot use magic,
I got the
Will can be considered an excellent student. Perhaps he cannot become
No. I gotta restart my Roblox. Not me to go.
Or taking on other roles within the magical world. For Cauldron,
Not me to do
scholars prepared to face the future. Edward replies that all of that makes
stuff that you can't go no. What the fuck? Yo, what? What are you talking about, bro?
And that is exactly what makes everything so problematic. Realizing
Chat,
that the
what are we
discussion
talking
is dragging on too long, Cauldron suggests a solution. She proposes that Edward conduct
Turn off that. Boom,
he can prove that the boy is incapable of
yes,
achieving that goal, and then decide on his expulsion. Edward immediately accepts, smiling with confidence. Unlike Warner, he does not intend to show any mercy.
Sewulahi, bro. Sewulahi.
Once he is
Wait,
gone,
let me count.
comments to herself that she
1,
hopes that
2,
tactful help
3,
will finally face the truth.
5,
According to
6,
her,
7,
no one understands the
8,
path to
9,
becoming a
10,
Maja Parabellum
11,
better
12,
than the
13,
mysterious dark
14,
maze of the
15,
Viper. In another scene,
16, and then I need to trick these 2 lost secrets into a Grama, so I'm gonna have 17. Then, alright, so I have 18 Grama's value, bro.
Writing about the history of the dwarves.
You add me, oh my god, bro. No, you might think I'm trolling, but I dead ass forgot, gang. Yo, bro, you gotta remind me, bro. You gotta be reminding me, because I low-key forgot.
Observing some strands of gray hair that he has on his head.
Bro, chill. You don't talk about it.
Edward appears.
I forgot, gang. I forgot. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Chad, do anybody got like a base grandma can offer real quick? I don't know what to get for that, bro. If I do trade my grandmas, I need colored, bro. That's if I do that. If anybody got like a base grandma I can offer, let me know. I'm not trading my grandmas unless it's a base drag or colored, bro. I'm just not. Bro, once I leave my PS, I'll actually add you though. Like, and I won't forget. Pegasus? Oh, I give you a new beanie. Oh no, for a minute I thought the gingers got buffed for a second. I was like, when the hell did they get buffed? I don't got nothing for this, bro.
Then he orders Will to follow him immediately to the spellcasting practice room. When they arrive there, Edward makes it clear that this will be an extra lesson, motivated by Will's constant inability to use magic. Without explaining the reason very well, Edward casts
Let's make a deal. If you don't, you face your.
becomes completely confused and asks what is happening. Then
Alright, buddy, alright.
If Will manages to land just one hit, he will receive 5 points.
Freaking right, buddy.
However, if he fails, he will have to leave the academy immediately.
Yeah, who's gonna tell y'all again? Who's gonna tell y'all?
Dream of becoming a Maja Parabellum. Right after saying that,
Oh my god, I did not
first
expect that
spell
music
and
to be so
orders
loud,
Will to
bro.
prepare to fight.
That's my
The
phone
battle
freaking
begins
drop.
suddenly,
There you
catching the
go.
boy
Divine
completely off guard.
Halo?
Meanwhile,
Oh my
elsewhere,
gosh,
Warner
that
meets
grandma
Coleman.
is
She would call him
sexy.
to explain everything that is happening. She shows through a magical sphere
How much you
the
want
fight
though?
between Edward and Will. Warner is shocked and asks what is going on. Coleman
1, 2,
explains
3,
that Edward is
4.
testing Will and
Okay.
that no one can interfere.
Wait, how much
According
grams?
to her,
1,
if Will wishes
2,
to be
3,
recognized as
4,
a
5,
candidate for Maja
6.
Paravender, he must face this kind of challenge. Warner finds all of this extremely unfair and even cruel. He remembers that Edward
Now I had a
almost
base.
became a Maja Paravender in the past. He came very close to the top, but ended up being defeated and never managed to achieve the title. Even so, Cauldron
I had a
insists
base, I
that
had a
the
base.
test must continue. Back to the fight, Edward begins casting spells continuously against Will.
Yeah, 5
The boy
grams.
tries to dodge all the attacks, but soon begins to grow exhausted. Even though
I
it is
got a
low
bomb
level,
on my lap. Come on, bro.
dark magic.
I don't know what you
The
want to do
spells
here.
are still extremely
I don't know what he
At one
wants to do,
moment,
Shad. I
Will
don't know
runs
what he
quickly
wants to do,
toward
bro.
Edward and tries to land a kick. However, the teacher's defense is practically
Sorry
impenetrable.
about
The
it.
impact is so strong that
Sorry
it ends
about
up
it.
pushing Will back, even causing his glasses to
What do you
fall
want
to
for
the
this,
ground.
bro?
He watches in amazement the
What do
way
you want for
Edward
this, bro?
casts
What do you
spells
want for
without
this?
even
What do you
needing
want
to
for this,
recite
bro?
them,
What do you want for this?
maintaining both perfect defense and attack,
This
even
is.
almost out of strength.
I'm down if
Will
you're down,
tries
bro.
to stand up again. Edward then comments that he will use only 2 spells against him. His black flames, capable of burning.
I need colored
and
drama,
his
Shad.
magical shield, which can block any attempt at physical attack. He activates magical doctrine number 27 and states that
No,
someone
my
capable of
Garama
mastering
stock
a
is
thousand spells
fading
should at
away,
least try to
bro.
master a single spell with
Say
perfection.
wallahi,
Will
bro.
begin
Say
to pay attention
wallahi.
to his words and realizes that Edward is using
Now I got
overlapping
1, 2,
spells,
3,
creating a true rain of
4,
attacks
5,
called dash
6,
downs. Will
7,
tries to escape
8,
quickly,
9, 10,
but Edward
11.
gives him no chance. The
Wait,
blows
am I
fall
counting
one
wrong
after
or what?
another, while he moves
I'm
his
like
wand as if
slow.
he were conducting
1,
an
hold up,
orchestra
chat.
of
1,
destruction.
2,
In the end,
3,
Will ends up falling
4,
to the
5,
ground,
6,
completely injured. He admits to himself that he cannot defeat a
7,
high-level
8,
mage like Edward.
9,
Even
10,
so, he thinks that
11,
perhaps things would be different if he
12.
at least had his sword with him. Meanwhile,
I
Colette
need
continues
colored
waiting in the corridors, near the
grommas.
lockers.
Colored grommas, chat. Colored grommas. Colored grommas. Colored grommas. Colored grommas, chat. Oh my god, this is rage bait, bro.
He begins to find everything very strange.
My username is
Edward has never
pinned.
shown any interest in
It's the
helping
pinned
Will.
comment.
So why would he suddenly decide to give extra lessons? The more she thinks about it, the more she believes that something is wrong. At that moment, Kiki appears running and makes a gesture indicating Will's locker. Colette immediately understands that he may be in danger. When we return,
Wait, chat, who got like a base grama? Anybody got like a base grama I can offer real quick? Like, let me offer for a base grama if anybody got. If anybody got that, let me offer, bro. Let me offer real quick. Let me offer.
Then he will never have any chance against one of them. While Edward presses Will's head against the ground with his foot, he recalls an old story about the Battle of the Dwarves. According to him, it only took a single
No,
powerful
bro.
man to
I'm so
eliminate
sad.
10,000
My Garama
dwarves
stock is
For
gone,
Edward,
bro.
that was the definitive proof that a sword could never reach the same level of power as a magical wand.
R.I.P. my
Because of
Garama
that,
stock.
he advises Will to completely
R.I.P.
abandon
my
his
Garama stock,
absurd
bro.
fantasy of becoming a Maja
Holy, I keep forgetting this music is so loud, bro.
Will manages to break free. He firmly declares that he
This
will
is my
never give up
music
on
right
his
here.
dream. Holding tightly the glasses he received from Feria, he states that all he wants is to fulfill the promise he made to Opheria. The only reason he continues fighting is to be able to stand by the side of the person he loves. Edward
1,
becomes
2,
outraged
3,
upon
4,
hearing that and asks
5,
with
6.
disdain if something as simple as love is really what motivates Will to try to reach.
I ring you 7.
The top of the
1,
magical
2,
world
3,
will reply
4,
that
5,
yes, even if the path
6,
is difficult
7,
and
8.
everyone.
Yeah, I'm running you 8. What the hell? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my god.
Colette arrives running, desperate. Without thinking twice,
I'm
she
good
throws
for
Will's
5.
sword in his direction. He catches it in the air and stands up with determination.
I'm running you 8. You're smoking if you want me to add. I'm over giving you the overpay of doom.
Between wand users is something completely absurd. Even so,
I thought I was running him 7, chap. I was running bro 8. That's funny, bro. No, I didn't even realize.
Edward releases an even greater explosion of power. Will feels the true terror of the 1,000 black flames surrounding him. The energy released is so intense that he clearly realizes the enormous gap that exists between him and a true Maja Parabender. For a moment,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Will breaks through the barrier of flames and advances.
Y'all bring you 11.
Colette shouts,
I'm
asking
not
the teacher
taking
to
no.
stop.
I'm
But
not
Edward
taking
continues
no.
attacking with everything he has.
I'm
Even
not
so,
taking
Will
no.
keeps moving forward step.
Chat 11 for these two. Is that good?
He remembers once again the old story.
11, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11. That's good, chat, right? That's good, right? 11 for this, right?
Despite being alone, he managed to land a blow.
But it's Divine Halo, though. You gotta think about that. It's Divine Halo. That's hard to get on the grammar, bro. That gotta be rare, right? Divine Halo.
In the next instant, he leaps with all his strength. The sword pierces through Edward's magical barrier and destroys his defensive shield. Will manages to reach the teacher.
Chat, it's Divine Halo, though.
Edward immediately
I'm gonna run it, chat, look-key. I need colored, bro. I don't really care if I overpay, chat. Can't believe I made it so far. Can't believe I made it so far. Divine Halo, bro. Y'all know how hard this is to get, bro? Y'all is tripping, bro. Divine Halo. Y'all know. That's so hard to get, bro. Y'all smoking. Y'all are smoking. My chat is smoking for saying that to L. This Garama alone is 6, by the way. This is 5. So he could have got 12 Garamas actually. So he low-key got low bod.
Therefore, earn 5 credits.
Look, he got low bod.
Shortly after, Will collapses to the
2 bill Fragma? Oh, hell no. Never send me a trade again. I mean, what? Oh, who said that again? Thank you. You welcome. You welcome. I gave you an offer again. You declined. That's for you. You took too long, bro. You took too long.
With an almost psychotic behavior, appears preparing something mysterious related to Will. The scene then shifts to
check who got like a base gram I can offer real quick. Like, let me offer for a base gram. Whoever got it, bro. Like, who needs lost secrets in my chat, bro? Who needs lost secrets, bro? Let me offer for a base gram. If anybody got a base gram right now, bro, please send me a trade if y'all got a base gram. I need a base gram. I need a base gram. I will overpay unless it's a taco. I won't overpay. Actually, that guy with the taco, you can send me a trade back, but I hope you know I'm not overpaying, bro. You can send me a trade back though. I'll offer you, but I'm not overpaying, bro. Bro, Yin Yang is better than Rainbow, bro. I can just do my Yin Yang alone, bro. I won't be able to add with my Yin Yang, bro. If you want to run it, you can send me a trade back, but I just run my Yin Yang alone, bro. Yin Yang's 10 times better than Rainbow, bro.
He briefly talks with an elderly man and soon continues on his way. At a certain moment, he trips and almost drops all the newspapers he was carrying.
What is this for again?
Slipping away. When
Sorry,
hanging
Miss
out,
Jackson.
Will notices something
I am
important.
for
The news
real.
reports that the higher
Never
institute
meant
sent
to
a
let
special
your
order to
daughter
the
cry.
academy related to an L student. Surprised.
I'm
He
sorry, Miss
immediately runs
Jackson.
home and calls
I
his
am
friend
for
Rusty,
real.
asking for help. Will
Never.
explains that he needs Rusty to
Lock
build a
him, man.
magical object for him because Farrier requested a
Oh
special
my
contribution
gosh,
concerning
blood
the
rot.
height.
That's
He wants
sick,
to
but
do
I don't know what to
everything
get for
within
it,
his
bro.
reach. Rusty, seeing his friend's excitement, asks what kind of work will be necessary. Will explains that he needs
Chat, who got a base grandma, bro? Please send me a trade. I need a base grandma. Can I get them? Yeah, but I PvP Lost Seeker for Lost Seeker and if you're down.
Rusty comments that will remain as enthusiastic
What
as
is
ever
this?
after finishing the magical
Let's
object.
change that.
He says that he made some improvements compared to the previous version.
No, I don't want to
Will
listen to this
and
stuff
already
too.
prepares to run off again. But before he
When I'm
leaves,
alone.
Rusty notices that Will is so excited that he forgot.
Chat, I need a base grandma, bro. Send me a trade. If y'all got a base grandma, bro, let me offer, bro, please.
In another scene, we learn more about the history of magic. One of the great pioneers of the magical world, Queen Mercedes, taught
I'll
that
give
all
y'all an
magical
overpay,
knowledge
bro.
originates from dungeons. According to her, true mages must use their wisdom to
So
explore
far
these places, discover the unknown, and acquire new knowledge, because everything in the world is connected. Soon after, we see Will and other students exploring the fourth floor of the dungeon while carrying out the mission to help Faria. In another area of the place, Sion is surrounded by students who praise him. They watch in amazement as he defeats several ice walkers using magic. Despite receiving all that admiration, Sion cannot feel satisfied. He keeps remembering Will's surprising strength and how he was saved by him during the fight against the malevolent sentinel. Meanwhile, Will decides to advance even deeper into the dungeon. He knows that if he takes too long, other students may collect all the materials before him.
I don't got nothing for this, bro. I PvP again.
Monsters along the way.
I already got 2 Lost Secrets right now.
So he starts
My 2 Lost Secrets is like a base grandma alone. They're so hard to trade, bro. Sir, something good.
He defeats the monsters and takes control of the situation. The girl
They don't
watches
know what
in
it
surprise as
is
she
when I'm
realizes that
on.
that academy student is using a sword, not a wand. She thanks him for the help and introduces herself as Iris Churchill, a fourth-year student. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Warner explains to his students that creating a new type of magic is
What is
the greatest
happening, bro?
achievement possible for a mage. Anyone who accomplishes this automatically advances toward the Tower of Paradise. In addition, new spells are often named after their creators or associated with something that represents them.
I need a base
famous
grandma,
example is the
bro.
dark magic spell Dax Darwin's, whose name comes from the ancient mage known as Darwinson.
Oh my god, this isn't even enough for my colored grandma
If any
game.
student manages to create a new spell, their name will likely be remembered in history forever. However, everyone there knows that this is much easier said than done. Inventing an original form of magic is extremely difficult, almost impossible for most mages, and therefore this
Let me offer for the base grandma. Let me offer for the base grandma.
At that moment, a girl raises her hand and
Okay.
asks if the elven mage who appeared in the newspaper is really as powerful as they say.
Come on, bro. Run this. You know this is an overpay game. You know this is an overpay, bro. I'm giving you 2 grams value. Wait, can I take out a ketchup? Nah, okay, I won't be greedy. I won't be greedy. I'm giving him 2 grams though.
As soon as he finishes speaking, the students begin whispering, impressed by the magnitude
I
of the
can't take out a
challenge. Among them
ketchup.
is a curious boy who, by coincidence, looks a lot
I
like
can't take out a
Farrah
king. I
and
can't
who
take out a
listens to the
ketchup.
conversation attentively. Meanwhile, Colette comments that Will's childhood friend really is an incredible person. In addition, the entire academy is being
I don't know, bro. If I could take out the ketchup, I'd do it, bro. If I can take out the ketchup, 1 ketchup, I'd do it. I don't know if I would have overpaid that much for a base grandma.
Says that this is completely normal. After all, someone so extraordinary could
I'd take out
easily
the ketchup,
attract
I'd do
all of Will's attention. Colette.
Take 1 out, yeah. She said, take your time, I still rest. Said, baby, I'm a dog. Just take your time, I'm a rest. I said, baby, I'm a dog. I'm a dog, I'm not much.
feels embarrassed upon hearing that. For a moment, she wonders if Will ended up going alone to the dungeon just because of Feria. But before she can continue
What
thinking
for my
about it,
burger? I don't know. Send me a
notices
trade.
the side
Do you duel?
conversation
Yeah,
and
I
tells
PvP.
everyone to be quiet and pay attention to the lesson. Returning to the dungeon, Iris asks
Ew.
Will if he is the
I don't really
one
care. I just need a
that everyone
grandma.
talks about, the one who cannot use magic and whom many consider
See,
completely
baby, I'm a
incompetent. Her honesty
doctor.
catches Will off guard, leaving him quite embarrassed. Soon after,
Take your
he discovers
time,
that
Buster.
Iris is only 14
I don't
years
care
old
if it's an
and
L
is
shot. I
already
just
in
need
the
a
fourth
grandma,
year,
bro.
something impressive. Even so,
Sorry,
Will
gang. I
asks
just
if
need to
she
drink
does
her
not
out, but I
despise
gotta
him
lie. I'm gonna be
because of
honest.
everything people say about him
Oh,
at
I
the
already traded. I
Iris
gave
replies that
like
she has no
everything
reason
for
at
a
all
base
to do
grandma. I
that.
don't really have
On the
nothing now.
contrary, she states that she could never despise someone who saved her life. In addition,
I gave him an
that she
overpay. I gave
respects
like 2
people who
lost
have
secrets
different
plus like a
talents,
gold
even
ketchup.
if they are not related to magic.
One
Upon
of those
hearing these
months.
words, Will becomes a little nervous and tries to change the subject. He asks if she is also in the dungeon because of some task. Iris answers that yes, she wants to help Ulferia, because her dream is to become a Maja Para vendor and protect the sky. Upon
Don't got
doing
nothing for
that,
this, bro. I
Will
PvP
remembers
you.
that ordinary people,
Not
in
even,
fact,
bro.
do not know the true sky. The current world is protected by an enormous barrier created by the Maja Para vendor themselves. This barrier forms an artificial sky that hides the true reality. According to
What
ancient
you want,
stories,
gang?
if that barrier were ever to disappear, a great darkness
This very
would take over
colored,
the
bro.
world and a terrible calamity would arise. For that reason, many students follow the orders of the Maja Para vendor not only out of admiration, but also because they believe they are helping to maintain this great barrier that protects everyone. While Will thinks about this, Iris says that once she had the opportunity to meet Elferia in person, she explains that on that
Can you
occasion,
friend
she
me?
was trapped
I
inside
don't
a
know,
dungeon,
bro. Can I?
completely surrounded
Like
by monsters.
him.
When she thought
Like
she had no way out and was going to die, Elferia suddenly
I PvP
appeared
for
and
this, bro.
saved
I
her
don't need
life.
it.
For Iris, that moment was like seeing a goddess descending from the sky.
Who it
She speaks with
is?
great excitement about that moment and
Sits
says
in
that she hopes to be able to see her again someday. While the conversation continues, Will is looking for signs of the ice walkers. He explains that these creatures usually leave trails of ice fragments on the ground, normally measuring between 1 and 10 millimeters. However, upon observing the ground more carefully, he finds a piece of ice that is more than twice the normal size. This indicates
Can you give me something? I don't know, bro. Can I give you something, bro? You let me know, bro.
Iris becomes frightened. She suggests that maybe it would be better to retreat, since facing something of that size would not be a good idea. However, Will enters the cave without thinking twice. For him, magic is something incredible, but it is not everything, especially inside a dungeon. Their experience and strategy also make a big difference. In addition, he trusts his own methods to deal with dangerous situations. Iris still does not fully understand.
You like bacon? I hate bacon. I'm kidding. I love bacon, bro.
Toward him. He reacts quickly, dodging the attack and pulling Iris back to protect her. Soon they realize that it was not an ice walker, but rather a frost rex.
Damn, that sucks, dude.
Powerful ice monster on that
You know, bro. Come on, bro. You know I don't want this new game. Okay, Tang Tang. I do Tang Tang.
But Will manages to dodge and quickly places Iris in a safe spot. She begs him not to face the monster, explaining that physical attacks do not work against that creature. The Frost Rex's body is made of solid ice, capable of freezing anyone with its power. That is why it is known as a true dwarf killer. Normally, it can only be defeated with long-range magic. Even so, Will states that there is no reason to worry.
Somebody
said that he has faced monsters like that before. The Frost Rex begins to charge another ice attack and fires it directly at Will. However, he manages to dodge it, running quickly across the frozen area of the cave. Taking advantage of an opening, Will uses a magical device he received from Rossi. He wraps the monster's body with the equipment and waits a few seconds before activating it. Soon after, a large explosion of fire takes over the place. When everything finally calms down, Will mentally thanks Rossi. The new devices are much better than the old ones, and thanks to that, he was able to execute his strategy. The Frost Rex is especially weak against explosions and fire attacks, which made the plan even more efficient. After the battle, we'll begin searching for the monster's ice core. Meanwhile, Iris watches everything in silence. Standing a bit apart, she begins to realize that the rumors about Will at the academy are completely different from reality. While she is lost in thought, Will approaches and says that it is already time to go back. They have already gathered enough materials for the mission. Iris quickly
who's gonna tell you
changes her
that I don't
expression
know what that
and thanks
is?
him for the help. Sometime later, we see Iris arriving at the Tower of Mages.
To the day I fall.
She thinks that Will, even without magic, makes up for it with creative attacks, using magical devices.
Bruh, sure I dice
physical
again.
strength. In addition, he demonstrates a great combat instinct and a lot of experience inside dungeons. Upon reaching her destination,
How am I even in this Medusa range, bro?
Okay, she thinks that Will, even without magic, makes up for it with creative attacks, using magical devices and his incredible physical strength. In addition, he demonstrates a great combat instinct and a lot of experience inside dungeons. Upon reaching her destination, she fixes her hair, removes her glasses, and knocks on a large door, asking permission to enter the room of the Maja Para vendor. As soon as the door opens, we find several of them gathered: Carian Incendia Wisman, Cortius, Eleanor, and Opharia Alvesford. Carian allows Iris to speak, since at that moment they were only participating in yet another rather boring game. In addition, everyone there knows that if
it's just music, bro. I need to turn this music off.
The entire world would be lost. Soon after, CO and Elena
Any wasted
what
too.
may happen in the future. They know
If
that
I
the
don't win this, I'm gonna
celestial
crash.
observe everything from the sky, and that, at the moment, they do not have enough strength to face them. Because of this, they believe it will be necessary to find new promising talents before the day of destiny, as they cannot allow the prophecy to become reality. At that moment, Iris, or rather Watcher, as CO usually calls her, comments that during her time at the academy, she found someone very interesting. It is Wilson.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Everyone talks about. After observing him carefully, she believes that the ideal would be to allow him access to the tower.
Yeah, I guess, bro. Got an offer for Lost Secret now? Eesh, I don't know. I'm trying to trade my Lost Secrets at the moment. Oh, I forgot. I already traded my Lost Secret. Never mind. I just traded it for a grandma.
The proposal, however, is rejected almost immediately by Carian and Elena. Even so, CO comments that the idea seems amusing, and Feria also shows agreement. Elena, in turn, makes it clear that she is against it. She does not like the idea of surrounding herself with people she considers inferior. In response, someone states that, to him, the most important thing is that each person can be distinct. The conversation begins to grow tense, and the tension among them increases. But
I can't trade.
Before it escalates. He advises everyone not to.
I can't trade my grandma for just a Lost Secret. I just traded 2 Lost Secrets for my grandma. I just traded 2 Lost Secrets for my grandma. Plus I add, because he wanted me to add, but.
People do not get, but his turn, and nobody can fix it. It has to anybody got to do that.
Gotta do what I gotta do.
You
Yeah.
have to be careful, far to perform with it.
Because a base drama is like 2 Lost Secrets now, I'm pretty sure. I thought it was 1 Lost Secret, but I guess I'm just trying to learn value. I just realized that. Because everybody wanted both of my Lost Secrets, plus I got.
Everyone begins to leave the place quickly, with the exception of Feria. Taking advantage of the moment,
I'm scared to do that, bro. I'm scared, bro. I'm scared.
Truly someone very interesting.
No.
Feria responds with a slight smile. Then, upon summoning a magical cord, She says that Will is waiting for her with great anticipation. Sometime later, the Academy students prepare to begin the final test. The exam consists of facing several steel golems, creatures controlled by magic. The objective is simple: defeat them and demonstrate
I guess,
compatibility.
bro.
As soon as the test begins, one of the first to destroy the opponent is Sion, using his powerful green fire magic. Shortly after, Servant and Colette take action. Colette uses her earth magic to guide her attacks with precision. As a result, Sion finishes the test with 9,889 credits, while Colette reaches 7,340. After that,
Did it not let me med you? Yo, I just meted you.
in a very difficult battle.
I'm spam pressing my button. Yo, what?
Asking why
I guess that's so dumb. I don't even have 3 to 4 base rounds, I'm gonna be honest. I take my whiskey, but my head you're too sweet for me. You're too sweet for
In his
me.
fists instead of using a wand like
Take
everyone
my
else. This comment
whiskey.
ends up distracting.
Alright, send me a chair.
Because of that, he receives
I
a strong
swear
blow
I'm
from the
medding,
top.
bro. Like, how long? Bro,
In another
Xbox has
part,
gotta be the most,
two
like,
impressive students enter the scene. Lehana Owens and WHT Now
stupid thing
Lehana
ever,
masters
bro.
lightning magic, while WHT Now controls wind magic. During the test,
Bro, that's so
Lehana
dumb.
destroys
It's like
the
I'm
golem by
metagang
firing
and, like, bro, my med just like broken, I guess.
After all, credits serve as proof of each student's strength. Up to that moment, Will has only 5 credits, and that is his final year at the academy. Thinking about that, he ends up feeling discouraged as he walks. His friend Kiki tries to comfort him, but suddenly Julius, who is passing nearby, snarls with disdain and tells Will to get out of the way. Next, the scene changes. Will and Colette are sitting while eating together. Suddenly, Colette stands up abruptly and says that maybe there is still a chance that someone might want to recruit him.
Yo,
She
Mystery
also
Queen, you
states
should
that he
dice me,
needs to
bro.
be realistic. Reaching the higher institute with only theory and physical effort will not be enough. Even so, she remembers that there
PvP
has
me
already
again.
been a case
I
in
don't
which
want
a
my stock
student
back.
with less
Yeah.
than 7,200 credits ended up being recruited. Despite that, Will remains worried. After all, that year the Great Magic Festival will take place,
I
and
spend
all the
my
students
life
want to stand
thinking
out by
about
showing their best spells. This festival takes place at Garden Academy every 2 years.
old, and I'm not that old, young. I'm not that young.
Problem is that for Will,
Doing
Kraft
what
mac and
we're
cheese powered by
feel
protein.
something so right.
AI risk isn't always easy to see. You
Bye.
might run wild across
Okay.
your
Oh, you
organization
again.
or tank. Take your AI risk from
I
untenable
couldn't
to
lie, I
tenable.
couldn't lie, I
Your
couldn't
exposure
lie.
ends here.
Everything that is me makes me. Lately, I've been loving to sleep. Thinking about the things you could be, babe. Alright, shit. After this, I might have to restart. But I think about it every time, like after this PvP.
for Will, the situation is complicated. He does not possess magic, so he has no way to demonstrate anything
I'm
in that
addicted
type of
and I
competition.
just can't
Even
get
so,
enough.
Colette ignores the
Just
detail
can't
for a
get
moment and
enough.
approaches some old lockers nearby. They are protected by a very well hidden magical barrier, equipped with an inhibitor and a sound dampening system. Someone with magic can break it by force, but Colette prefers to use Kiki. The small creature uses the magical stone on its head to locate the hidden barrier and carefully undo it. After they manage to open the access, they find a hidden staircase. Upon hearing noises coming from the lower floor, they decide to go down quickly. Down there, they find several academy students gathered, participating in a clandestine betting system. They are placing bets to try to predict who will win or lose during the Magic Festival. Nearby is Sion, accompanied by his group of arrogant friends. As soon as he notices Will, he immediately prepares to provoke him as usual. But to his surprise, Colette steps in front and points her wand directly at his face. She threatens him firmly, making it clear that she does not want any kind of trouble. She also warns that if he bothers Will again without reason, she will truly become angry. At that moment, Will asks why Sion is participating in illegal betting. The answer he receives is simple. It is none of his business. Even so, Sion's own classmates end up unintentionally revealing that he is only there because he heard some students commenting that there is a big difference in power between him and the three strongest students at the academy. What really bothers him is seeing everyone talk about them while completely ignoring his presence.
If you let me down,
Sion begins to shout that he spent an entire month in silence.
That gotta be the most dumbest med I ever seen. And I've seen pretty dumb meds, but
because the others only have an advantage in theory. While in real magical ability,
secrets I have held in
he also
mind.
says that they have not yet managed to defeat him, and that it will never happen. Even so,
Baby,
he
I
realizes
just wanna
that
be
he's practically justifying himself to someone he considers an idiot. So he decides to stop talking. Later, Will finishes one of the day's classes and wakes Kiki so they can leave. When he is about to go out, Colette asks if he has any plans, because she would like to accompany him to the training dungeon.
I
Will
forgot this
smiles
new
and
round.
apologizes, explaining that he needs to go work
Oh,
at Gina's
I don't know how I hit that, but I
he
somehow
no longer
did.
has time for that. Colette ends up getting irritated with the answer. That same night, on Slumlin Street, located outside the great capital of magic, stands Gina's Tavern. The place is known for receiving many dwarf miners who spend the night drinking to forget the fatigue of their work. Their laughter
But so
and
not
loud
listen to,
conversations can be heard from the other side of the street. In the kitchen, Gina prepares a large bean stew for one of the customers. Meanwhile, Will works there as a waiter on some days of the week. During the day, he studies at the academy, and at night, he helps at the tavern. He does this because he received a scholarship, so he needs to work to cover other expenses. Even though it is tiring, he takes everything very seriously. At a certain moment, he delivers an order to a dwarf named Don. The dwarf comments that the magic festival is about to begin and says that maybe Will could get some kind of financial help by participating. Will replies that he cannot compete, but Gina immediately scolds him. She says that he should talk less and work more, and also follow the example of his colleague Rosti, who is working with great enthusiasm. Soon after,
So then the crazy thing is, bro, I guess that's like gotta be the dumbest thing. Got away.
Does a great job, especially considering.
Okay, if you want to play weird, I'll play weird back, so it don't matter, gang. Because we could both play weird, gang. I don't care if it's base grammar or catch up. I only play weird if you start playing weird. Just made me use my med. That's funny, bro.
Frosty remembers that dwarves usually do not pay very well. He suggests that maybe Will could talk to Professor Warner, who might be able to get him a better job. Will replies that the professor already worries a lot about him, and that he does not want to keep bothering him. In addition, he says that he likes working there because Donnan and the other dwarves have always treated him well since he arrived. Because of that, he has a lot of respect for all of them. While they are putting away the utensils in the cabinet, a spoon slips from Will's hands at the exact moment Julius unexpectedly enters the tavern. As soon as he enters, Julius begins to complain, saying that the place looks like a pigsty. When he notices Will, he starts mocking him, calling him an idiot, and saying that he fits perfectly in that place full of barbarians smoking cigars. Upon hearing that, Donnan stands up angrily, but a friend holds him back to avoid trouble. Even so, Julius continues provoking them. He states that dwarves are merely members of an inferior race, and that they should be grateful for being able to live in that country thanks to the compassion of others. While he speaks, Will remains silent.
It's like, that just made me so mad, bro. Oh, gang, I'm actually...
Recognize the utensils. At the same
Just
time,
made me so
he remembers
mad.
everything that happened when the celestial inhabitants destroyed the dwarves' kingdom, forcing many of them to flee to other places.
Don't mad, bro.
Since then, both elves and dwarves have suffered prejudice in many places.
I always find something wrong.
If one of them attacks a mage,
You've been putting
their
up with
race will
my
be punished for it. At that moment, Julius shouts at Will and demands that he bring food and drink immediately. Donnan's blood begins to boil with anger because Frosty reluctantly brings a beef soup to the table. Julie's friends begin to like the appearance of the food. They mock the dish, the tavern, and also the dwarves. Then Julius shouts that everyone there is nothing more than little demons who should leave that country. At that instant, Will's patience reaches its limit. He takes
Run
off
as
his
really
apron
fast
and
as
walks
you
straight to the
can.
table. Frosty tries to stop him, but he has already reached Julius. Firmly, Will demands that he take back what he said about the beans. He explains that that dish represents
Like,
the knowledge
again,
and
bro.
effort of the dwarves, who cultivate their food with great hard work, even under the most difficult conditions. He states that it is not something that anyone should ridicule simply for amusement. The entire tavern falls silent. Gina watches the scene carefully. Julius responds with disdain. He says that just because the dwarves work hard, it does not mean they do not smell bad. To him, it is still something repulsive. Then he grabs the bowl of beans.
How am I in his Medusa? Yo, somebody let me know. Like, am I just tripping or what, bro? Am I tripping or what, bro?
They will be able to hit Will easily, but only fools with things
Like, I don't understand, bro. Like, am I just tripping or what? Or how am I in this Medusa range, bro?
After that, he faces Julius and says that the hatred that exists between
Run
them
away
no
fast
longer
as
makes much
you
sense.
can.
But the contempt that
Run
Julius
away
shows
from
for
the
dwarves
baby.
is even worse. For Will, anyone
Run
who
away.
acts that way ends up
Run
being
away
worse
from
than
the
any peace.
baby.
Julius, however, just laughs at the situation. For him,
Run
all
away
of this
from
is
the
just a
baby.
way to humiliate Will in front of everyone. Without wasting time, he uses his magic to freeze the entire tavern
Fast
and
as
begins
you
attacking from
can.
multiple angles at the same time. Will manages to dodge many blows, evading
Run
and
away.
dealing, but Julius
Run away
concentrates
from the
even more
baby.
power and manages to immobilize him with
Run
ice.
away.
Then he slowly approaches and points his wand, making an ice
Can you
rose
give
appear
me,
on Will's chest while
bro?
smiling
What?
arrogantly. At that moment,
Run as
Norman shouts for
fast as
Julius to
you
stop before he
can.
crosses all limits. When Julius prepares to freeze Will completely, he notices the boy's firm gaze. That expression makes him change his mind. It seems that simply leaving him trapped in ice would not be enough. Then Julius decides something else. He points his wand at Will and orders him to participate in the Great Magic Festival. His intention is simple. He wants to humiliate him in front of the entire academy. Will manages to break the ice quickly and pulls the wand from Julius's hand by the tip. Donna asks both of them to stop immediately. But Roski realizes that it is already too late to avoid the confrontation. Julius declares out loud that he will win and destroy everything that Will has built within the academy. Will accepts the challenge, but sets one condition. If he wins, Julius will have to apologize to Donna and the other dwarves. Sometime later, the day of the Great Magic Festival finally arrives. As the students gather, Calderon addresses everyone and gives a brief speech. He encourages the students to do their best, to use all their potential, and to never use their abilities for evil. After those words, he officially declares the festival
Wait a
open,
minute.
and the entire academy begins to
You
move.
just need
Among
my
the observers is Road
a
Hollow, a
minute.
scout from the fire faction. He
Insert
orders that each group of
something
participants be analyzed carefully, because in that place there may be true rough diamonds waiting to be discovered.
When is it
Soon after, the sky race
May not be
begins, an aerial
free.
race. Lahana quickly takes the lead, surpassing almost all the other competitors. The friends Snow and Flake comment that this was expected, since Lahana has always been one of the best. Beside them, a red-haired student comments that she finds it strange that the so-called princess of the earth is not participating in the magic competitions that year. Among the audience, many recruiters observe every detail carefully.
How am I in his bat range? This game is so retarded. I swear, gang. How? I'm standing right here from his bat, bro. Right there. Somebody let me know, gang.
She maintains her position and ends up breaking a new academy record, winning her second.
Somebody please let me know, bro. I'm actually confused, gang. I'm standing right here and this bat is somehow hitting me, bro. This game makes no sense, bro. Bro, no, you can get muted though, bro.
Asks her to join their group since they are lacking members.
Like how he's standing, he's right here, bro. I'm right here. and his bat hits me from right there, bro. Yeah, bro. Wrap it up, gang. It's just cooked, bro.
However, when she arrives at the meeting point, she's surprised to see Will already there. A few hours later, the afternoon events of the festival begin. Mike is responsible for commenting on the event. He complains out loud that he has to share the job with Professor Edward. Endorsed by Governor Lombardo and President Donald Trump, Marty O'Donnell, Republican for Congress.
Comes the time of my life.
Please. Smells great in here. What is it? It's my trash.
Introducing Febreze Trash Odor Fighter. It reduces trash odors, replacing them with 45 days of freshness. And it works on all kinds of trash cans. Try the new Chip Savoy Chewy Dulce de Leche cookies.
17, 18, 19. Went down. 1, 2, 3.
One of the least popular people in the academy, Mike says that he will have a major headache working with someone like him. Edward responds by releasing a dark aura, saying that Mike does not need to worry, because all that awaits him is just a small coffin for the next class. After this exchange of provocations, Mike announces the entrance of the members of the Elven faction, who activate a powerful magic to prepare the testing field. Thanks to the elves' spell, the terrain transforms completely. Several different areas appear: a volcanic zone, a swamp, a desert, an open plain, and also a region full of trees. That entire environment becomes the battlefield for the next competition. Unlike the other tests, the crown attack is contested by teams of 3 people. The groups start at the edges of the field and need to advance toward the central stadium, where the crown is located. But the path will not be simple. In addition to the natural obstacles, the professors have also placed traps throughout the terrain to make the challenge even more difficult. Furthermore, participants
What are these songs,
can
bro?
interfere with other groups, hindering their opponents. Because of that, this test is considered the most chaotic of the
Oh,
entire
bro,
festival,
these songs are so
practically a free-for-all battle
dookie.
among the students. Edward explains that the objective of the event is to encourage teamwork and test the students' ability to deal with unexpected situations. According to him, the best way to approach it is to imagine that they are exploring a dungeon full of dangers. Mike interrupts by saying that the most interesting part will be observing the spells of the strongest students in the academy, even though it is something that should remain secret. He also comments that in the clandestine bets, 2 groups are among the favorites: the DOS group, led by WHD Mal Lindor, and the new group, led by Julius Greenberg. Mike admits that he bet everything on WHD now, while Edward tries to make him stay silent to continue presenting the event. Soon after, all the teams are introduced. Among them is Group 6.
Got my catcher back, Shaq. Got my catcher back,
Many
bro.
find it strange to see Sion, who is one of the candidates for victory, forming a team with someone like Will. Some spectators begin to laugh and mock, saying that someone without magic should not participate in such an event. Meanwhile, the teams positioned in the desert zone prepare to begin the test. Professor Warner is responsible for guiding and supervising the students in that area. He is surprised when he
What are these Dookie songs, bruh?
Should not be there, and reminds him that he has already warned him several
What's some
times.
good music to listen to, bro?
He faces him with great determination. He replies that he knows many people mock him, but even so, he needs to win that competition, no matter the cost. Warner tries to stop Will from
gosh,
but
bro,
it is
these
clear that he does not intend to give up. Colette apologizes to the professor, explaining that Will is extremely determined and rarely backs down once he makes a decision. Soon, the long-awaited event finally begins.
Now my phone dropping.
Quickly advances across the field until they encounter large steel boxes scattered along the path. Suddenly, these boxes transform into numerous golems, creating a massive obstacle for the participants. Will run straight toward them, and many people in the stadium begin calling him an idiot. To the spectators, facing all those golems alone seems practically like suicide. But at the moment Will prepares to attack, Colette uses her magic and creates a magical gauntlet for him. With that, the power of Will's strike increases greatly allowing him to execute several strong attacks in sequence. The result is impressive. The blows completely destroy the golem that stood before them, leaving the audience completely surprised. Many would never have imagined seeing Will fighting at that level. The strategy is simple. Although he does not possess his own magic, he can use magical equipment, like the gauntlet created by Colette. In that way, he continues to follow the rules of the competition. Meanwhile, Sion becomes lost in thought. He remembers the battle in which Will
What do you
saved
want
him
for
from the
these,
Devil
bro?
Sentinel, something that still deeply bothers him. For Sion, it was humiliating to be saved by someone he considers inferior. After that episode, he tried to become stronger to erase that shame, but now Will manages to take the lead in the race. The objective of the test is to reach the crown located at the center of the field first, and Will's group is ahead as they enter the desert zone. Suddenly, other iron boxes appear, different from the previous ones. They rise quickly into the air and begin launching
I don't know why I'm
magical
listening to this
projectiles at
shit,
the
bro.
students on the
But it's
ground.
nothing to
Will
listen to.
reacts immediately. He strikes the ground with force and, using the impact of the blow,
If it was
creates
no
a
past,
large barrier of sand and earth that blocks the projectiles. After that, he runs toward the flying boxes. Colette counters several steel swords, and Will takes advantage of that to throw them with precision, destroying all the boxes in the air. In the event commentary, Mike shows surprise at how the group was dominating that area of the field with such ease. Some spectators, however, claim that all of this is only possible thanks to Colette's powerful magic. In part, that is true, but other observers are impressed when they realize how Will can detect traps.
While
commenting on this, Edward believes that it is natural for someone to spend so much time exploring dungeons. According to him, Will's efficiency comes from the experience he gained in those places, as well as his fast reflexes and the knowledge he has accumulated. Among the crowd, Iris cheers excitedly and begins shouting, rooting for Will with great enthusiasm. Meanwhile, Julius continues eliminating several opposing teams without mercy, being as ruthless as he has always been in previous festivals. Even so, Group 6 continues to lead the competition. Julius notices that something strange is happening,
what are
he
these
begins to hear a
songs,
great
bro?
commotion coming from the stadium.
Songs are
Curious,
so
he asks his
dookie.
companions what is happening on the field. They use a search
I have
magic
nothing
to check
for
the
this, bro.
situation. As they analyze the field, they realize
Unless
that
you want
Group
to do
6,
like dice
where Will
color
leads,
drama
is
for
leading
color
the race with
drama.
a large advantage. One of his teammates comments that if they continue underestimating the others, they might end up losing. Julius simply laughs at the idea. He freezes everything around him while stating that it will never happen, because he will not allow anyone to defeat him. Meanwhile, Route 6 finally reaches the last zone, an enchanted forest. As soon as they enter the place, several magical circles appear around them. Will immediately realizes that it is a circular trap.
Still
Without
nothing.
hesitating, he begins to deactivate the magical circles, causing them to collide with each other and destroy themselves. He resolves the situation in just a few seconds. Mike then asks Edward what he thinks about that.
I PvP you for this, bro. I don't got nothing. I dice or PvP you for that, bro. If you want to dice or PvP,
Meanwhile,
I'm down,
Will
but
continues running toward the objective. However, he knows that inside the forest is where the real battle against the other teams will take place.
I live my days as if it was the last. I live my days as if it was the past. Living it all night, all summer. Doing it, I want.
Julius suddenly appears and launches an attack with his ice magic, nearly hitting Will. Colette is surprised to realize that they arrived there much earlier than expected. Will also finds it strange, since it seemed impossible that Julius had surpassed the speed strategy created by Colette. While analyzing the situation,
You want a dice, bro?
think about all the possible forms of attack from the enemy. Julius takes advantage of the opportunity and
Like I
launches
said,
a
bro, I
long-range
dice
ice
you, gang.
attack,
If you want to
destroying
dice,
several
bro.
parts of the terrain. Will realizes that they will not be able to run forever and decides that
If you want
they
to
will have
dice,
to
I
face it.
dice you,
But at
gang.
that
I just
moment,
can't
Sion
trade for her, bro. I dice or
releasing a
PvP
huge
you,
amount
bro.
of fire magic and conjuring a powerful spell. Colette shouts for Will to get out of the way. Sion fires his attack with full force. Luckily, Will manages to quickly raise a barrier of earth, blocking the blow. Even so, he is confused when he realizes that Sion attacked him. Colette asks why he is attacking Will instead of facing Julius. Sion replies that he has already done enough to ensure that his team advances, and that now he wants to
I
settle
literally
something
can't do
personal.
nothing for
him,
this,
the
bro.
moment has come to face Will in a direct duel. Will tries to say that this is not the time for that, but Sion does not listen. He begins launching several attacks, stating that he has waited a long time for that confrontation. At that instant, Julius also acts, creating a massive wall of ice that apparently ends up freezing Colette. Meanwhile, Sion continues advancing against Will. Will tries to convince him to stop, saying that they should not fight each other at that moment. But when he realizes that Sion has no intention of giving up, he draws his sword, preparing to fight. At that moment, a flashback appears. In the past, Will was always considered a useless student, someone with no talent at all. For Sion,
I need like
that was
hype
unbearable
songs,
to
like
watch.
some type of
One day,
hype.
he even burned the mocking paper
That's
that
not
had been placed on Will's back, and even offered him the chance to become one of his subordinates, so that he would not continue looking so pathetic. But Will simply ignored the offer and
songs
walked
are
away.
so
That
bad,
attitude
bro.
left the young Sion extremely irritated. He ran after Will, saying that he was not someone who should be ignored. Will only asked him to leave him alone and kept walking. Sion stood there watching from afar, feeling that to Will he was not even worthy of attention. From that day on, Sion decided that he would hate Will for the rest of his life. Back in the present, the confrontation finally becomes inevitable. Sion begins to attack with several fireballs, along with whip-like strikes made of flames. Will does his best to dodge and cut through the attacks, trying to keep his distance. The red-haired girl then shouts for him to stop just running away and face the fight for real. Otherwise, she promises that soon she will turn him into nothing but ashes. Will responds by saying that he cannot keep fighting like that. They are part of the same team, and besides, they do not have time to settle that there. He also reminds that he made a promise to the dwarves of the city, and he does not
Don't know
intend
what
to
you
break
want, bro.
it.
I
Even
dice you,
so,
bro.
Sion continues advancing with aggressive attacks, while
Introducing the new Gillette Labs body razor, our safest body shave ever. Gillette.
Being a pro doesn't start under the lights. It starts in the kitchen, where factory chefs dial in balance. The way coaches find
I can't believe I made so
because
far.
what you put in is what you get
I
out.
can't believe I made so
Eat
far.
like a pro.
Oreo thins, flavors that feed
I don't know what I want actually. I just get back to Roblox.
You're all navigating something.
Do it after, sure.
You don't need another take. Sometimes all you need is a different view. See it differently. Get away.
while dodging the flames and the strikes, Will begins to wonder if he will really be forced to face him. Meanwhile, in the event commentary area, Mike explains to the audience that the situation of Squad 6 has taken a completely unexpected turn. After overcoming all the previous challenges with ease, two members of the group have started fighting each other, creating an intense confrontation. In the stands, Frosty and Warner watch with concern because Will's dream depends directly on what happens in this magic festival. Mike then asks Edward what his opinion is about what is happening. Edward responds with an almost amused smile, saying that a fight between members of the same team is something truly unusual. For him, it does not matter what the reason is, even if they manage to reach the crown and win the event. The tower's recruiters will probably not be impressed by it. To the observers, that situation only makes the group look disgraceful. Mike is startled by the comment, but he notices that Edward seems very satisfied.
I don't got an offer for this, but I dice you if you wanna dice. I can't run 2 base for that, bro.
Until a few minutes ago, the group
If you wanna dice, I dice you 2 base, but I can't really offer for that, bro. That's not really 2 base. Snowflake isn't really 2 base. It's like a base at or for 8.
For them, Will is still just a boy. Meanwhile,
18.2 bill Ellie. Probably a Tim Cheese.
Suddenly, Iris sits beside him, and begins to cheer excitedly for Will.
But if you want to dice I dice my 2 base grommas for them if you want to dice. No, you know I don't want this game. Put up something else, bro. Stop putting up this dookie stuff, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Run go ketupot. Run go ketupot, bro. Run go ketupot. Run go ketupot. Run go ketupot.
More than he does as his roommate.
It's the
Meanwhile,
Uzi.
in another part of the field, Colette manages to escape from the explosion caused earlier. She continues dodging Julius's attacks, trying to return to help the two who are still fighting. Julius then provokes
Gang,
Colette,
if you were gonna do that dumb med, I don't get why you didn't med me at the
use the title of princess.
start of the round.
Colette immediately becomes irritated.
Can I not hit you?
Never to
God,
follow that again.
gang. God,
She tries to
damn,
escape once more, but Julius continues attacking. In the end, he manages to trap her in a snare.
It had to be done, bro. It had to be done.
Attempting to finish her. Meanwhile, several students watch the event through observation spheres spread across the academy. They become confused when they notice that Julius appears in several different areas at the same time. Soon they understand what is happening. Julius is using an advanced cloning magic technique inspired by the abilities of the Machiavellian, creating copies of himself to delay all the participants. Mike celebrates excitedly when he sees Whitnell destroying one of those copies. However, his excitement has nothing to do with academic pride. In truth, he bet all his savings that Whitnell would win the festival. At another point in the academy, at the top of one of the towers, stand Philbus, Celia, and Laphilophorides, assistants of the Elven faction. Philbus says that he would like to leave, as he considers that festival extremely noisy and annoying. But Celia responds that they cannot simply leave. After all, the event also exists to inform the inhabitants of paradise, and everything must be reported to Lady Elena. Meanwhile, on the battlefield, Will continues dodging Sion's attacks. He begins to wonder why Sion seems so obsessed with him. Since childhood, Sion has always intimidated him and interrupted everything he tried to do. Will never understands the reason for that. He knows that many consider him a failure, but all he wants is for Sion to simply stop chasing him so that he can follow his path in peace. His objective is clear: to reach the tower and reunite with Elfaria. Sion continues attacking without stopping. Suddenly, he recites a powerful spell and summons a great garden's falcon, a guardian formed from flames. Will is surprised when he realizes how much Sion has evolved in such a short time. Soon, the falcon dives toward him. Will leaps into the air and tries to cut its wings with his sword, planning to bring it down and then attack directly. But he notices something unexpected. The falcon's wings regenerate immediately. Then Will understands that, to defeat it, he will need to destroy the Guardian's magical core. At that moment, the Falcon unleashes a massive burst of light. Will blocks the blow using his magical gauntlet while thinking of a way to get closer. Unlike many Guardians, which only protect their summoners, that Falcon attacks relentlessly. In the event commentary, Mike is completely impressed.
She never
by the
met me,
intensity of
look-key.
the
That was a
battle.
dumb med
Even
for you.
Edward seems surprised when he realizes how much Sion has evolved. To him, the boy is already above the
Really
level
dumb,
of
man.
an ordinary student. Among the observers, a man named Rod is also impressed to see someone so young using an advanced fire spell and still summoning a guardian with such
Also
precision.
another dumb
His
med,
assistant explains
bruh.
that this is Sion Alter,
You're just doing
heir
the
of
dumbest
Alter
med,
House,
bruh.
a family famous
I'm
for
also
its
doing the
fire
dumbest med, but
Rod
it's
comments
different.
that although Sion has great
It's
potential,
different. It's
he is
different.
still
It's
slightly
different.
behind names like Lahana Owens and other students.
Oh, I wasn't
who
even
are at
paying
the top
attention,
of the
bro.
rank.
I'm not even gonna
Even
lie.
so, he finds it interesting how Sion managed to evolve so
No,
quickly in a
that-
real combat situation. Because of that,
Saying
he intends to
that.
inform Karian that the new generation of mages promises to be very
What's
talented.
this
Meanwhile, on the
supposed to
battlefield, both
mean?
Will and Sion
I've
are
been
already showing
busy
signs of
and
exhaustion. Even so,
you
Sion
know,
shouts that they need to be
saying
fighting. He
that.
remembers that when Will faced the evil sentinel, he seemed much stronger
Was
than he is now. Tired, Will drives his sword into the ground and asks why they need to continue that meaningless fight. That irritates Sion even more. For him, there is a clear reason. After everything Will has done, and all the anger he has felt for years, Will should feel at least a little resentment as well. Will responds calmly that Sion is probably right. For a long time, He really did despise him and
Mhm.
thought he would like to retaliate for everything. But now he cannot waste time on that. He needs to face Julius. Upon hearing that, Sion becomes even more irritated. To him, Will's silent indifference hurts far more than any insult. Sion
Can't do
says
it,
that
I'm
just
dumb.
seeing
Do it
Will
dumb
and
bad,
hearing
bro.
his words is enough to make him furious. The irritation is so great that he can barely control himself. What angers him the most
I'm
is
just getting
realizing
stuck
that
right
Will
there,
keeps
bro.
moving forward and refuses
But
to give up,
why he
even
gets
with
up so
nothing
fast?
less
But
magic. For Sion,
I
that
just
makes
take
no
like
sense.
ages to get
Despite
up,
their
bro.
knowing, even without magical ability, Will continues to move forward and
Like
still has the courage to
how?
look at everyone
Didn't he
around him.
get? Y'all see how he gets up instantly off of that, bro? Y'all see that shit, but when it's me, bro, it takes me so long to get up, gang. It's like I honestly just don't know, bro. I just don't know, bro.
Even though Sion never directly asked for recognition.
Like when it's me, it takes me so long to get up. That's why I don't.
Deep down, Sion has always been extremely selfish. Even so, now he seemed to be asking for exactly what he had always wanted. Noticing this, Will grips his sword firmly. If he truly wants to be acknowledged by Sion, then he needs to face
That's
him
like
in all
so
his
annoying,
strength.
bro.
Sion feels satisfied when he
Like every
realizes
time I met him,
that
he's right here, gang. He gets up instantly and start running to me, but it takes me 10 seconds to get up, bro. That's how I honestly don't get PvP, bro.
Any mistake now could cost a very high
Honestly,
price.
just don't
Sion
get it, bro.
launches an extremely dangerous
Just
double attack.
dumb.
On one side, he performs a powerful summoning, while on the other, his
So
guardian
dumb.
moves in to attack at the same time. Even so, Will has already understood
make
the
it
pattern of the battle. He manages to dodge every blow and advances quickly. In just a few movements, he
You
cuts
should have
the
waited like a
magical
couple
core
more
of the
seconds
guardian
before
and
meeting me,
moves
look
straight
key.
toward the red-haired boy. The two are about to decide the final battle. But at that exact instant, a massive rock appears between them.
It's
The
like,
stone
I
was
guess,
summoned by
gang.
Colette. She appears in front of both of them, with her clothes almost completely burned. Will immediately asks where Julius is, but soon realizes that maybe he should first ask if she is all right. Colette replies that she managed to hit Julius directly in the face during the fight, but that right after that he simply disappeared.
Oh my
While
god,
Sion
I hate
tries
this
to
songs,
understand
bro.
what happened, he suddenly
Alright, chat, I'm in the law for a little. I got a headache, bro. Huge headache, bro.